Hey everybody, welcome back to the highlight reel. Welcome back to Play It Forward here on Loading Ready Run on Twitch TV. I'm Beej, and you were watching me play Shadowrun Hong Kong. Let's get right into it because we've been about a half hour of poking and prodding and making stuff work, and now here we are. It was why did it not work? It was a leftover problem from something that had happened over the weekend, but that's fine. It's all okay. It was actually a single thing I had to do, and everything worked out. It's just something I wouldn't have thought to go look for in the first place. Tonight I am drinking a gift that we got from, who the hell was it again? I always do this. I drink a lot of our gifts on stream, in fact. In this case, I'm drinking one of the teas from the Tea Post by Fortnum and Mason. I'm drinking the Darjeeling Tippy Golden. It's the Fine Tippy Golden. What was it again? Fine Tippy Golden Orange Pico, FG Top. TGOP? FT, Fine FGT HOP. Fine Tippy Golden Honey Orange Pico. Was that it? No. It's anyway. It's yeah. It's full leaf Darjeeling. And it's pretty good. It's been steeping a little too long. But right, let's try to remember what we were doing. Open jobs, all active jobs. The Red Samurai ambush. I believe when we left off, because it's been a while, and there's nothing else to read currently, I think, right? Yeah, we've already done, I think, all the things we need to do, and I think we've already talked to everybody, and I can't sleep anymore, so I think we're just doing the the Red Samurai run, and we can probably just get started with that. In fact, there was some talk briefly, I think, last time about, I should have reviewed what was other things, perhaps. Let's see here. Really move that microphone over so I don't end up speaking past. We've got pretty good looking spell output by this time. We don't have the full really ridiculous dock wagon stuff. I've got 9 karma. We were thinking about Hell Shakiano, or just straight up pumping up spirit summoning. So let's go back to Parlor 5, Phases, and just see if she had anything else for us to do now, because I don't think she did. Whoosh. I'd like to see her wares. Acid Bolt. Unconcerned about any of that. Got that nice armor. Conjuring. Yeah, Real Gamer Cow. Archmage Blackstone is correct in that they would fight each other, but they also consider you an enemy as well. So you kind of had to get out of the way enough that the other two guys would, the other two gangs would decide that they also have to kind of fight each other as well. They don't really want to. It seems like it's like if you can move back far enough, you can let them kind of. You can let them engage with each other a bit, but they are also still paying a lot of attention to you, and so you still have to pay a lot of attention to them. And the trick with that is, it's like, well, try not to take out one side too fast, so you have to fight the other side. Try to take enough of them out to kind of thin their ranks together, is what it looked like. I did not do that. I took out too much of the one side before the other, but Yeah, the reduce to hit I thought was a really cool idea. And what else? Because dual blur means that it's not just you, it's also, like, it's a target ally, increases movement, and plus then you also get your movement increased, and you can also reduces chance to hit you as well. It only lasts the one round, and has a cooldown of 3, which is like, ugh. But that's not terrible. The barriers seem really legit. I do like that the barriers don't seem to share cooldown with each other. So it kind of feels like pick up that barrier, and now you are, you know, doing a lot of damage, and you can set up heavy cover. And if anyone tries to come inside of it, it's like, well, you're blocking. Last 3 rounds, it has a cooldown of 2. That also seems pretty relevant, actually. It means that when my lightning barrier comes back up, I should be casting it again if I'm able, especially if I'm hiding behind it. I wonder if I should take that. If I do, I'm gonna have to bump the... Yeah, Air Loas, they default to you, but they will fight each other if they are getting close enough to each other. I imagine they would probably also engage each other if you could catch them, and like one of them tries to shoot you but catches other guys in the crossfire. They'd be like, hell no, I'm fighting these other dudes as well. Yeah, I let this tea steep a little long. It's turning tannic, which is too bad. If I make it again, I'll try to make it with, you're only supposed to use 90°C water, and so I basically let it boil and then let it sit for a bit. But I did not opt to put it in a bag or try to scoop out as much as I can so I could just enjoy the tea part. But in this house we eat our mistakes. Well, that seems really kind of fun. But I could also be using the 2700. I could buy 2 platinum dock wagon kits. But this would prevent me from having to even take that. I have to deal with dog wagon kits. So, right? Because you set up heavy cover, you're never going to get hit by anything at that point. What a lie. And I don't want that so much. I don't need the new fetishes so badly. It's so expensive for that kind of stuff. All right. So let me just take Hellstorm Barrier. And we will put that out there in a second. Confirm that. I was just browsing. See you. Hey, you mind if I just sit here and just vibrate a whole lot until I can conjure better? Sure, no problem. I have people come in here and do that all the time. All right, vibrate away. We'll take care of that when we get up to the thing. I can still buy a dock wagon kit, I guess, if I want to. I guess giving myself a dock wagon kit's not a bad idea. See anything I can pick up? Sweet. I should go talk to Matthew and give him all my metadata. Sorry, not Matthew, Maximum Law. All right. I'm just going to tell him everything. F it. All right, so first thing was about the books. He's like, really? Yeah, indeed, there was some sort of ancient text, probably sorceress and awakened monsters invaded the tomb. Oh, are you serious? That's nuts. Law slaps his thigh for him and says, boom, more proof for my theory. The Kong is done. I give it 2 years toss before demons or something eat everybody. Let's see what I got for you. Got a program. Here's my surplus stack. I don't think I need any of those. Have you got some Nguyen? Sure. 200. I'll bill this as a data expense. Wampoa recognizes the intrinsic value of information. Information is money. Boom. Pleasure handing metal with you, Beej. Law beams happily. Little metal is like a fresh memory defragment. Makes my whole day better. Well, I've got more for you. Did you know we wrecked the feng shui at Wu Jing's tower? Subtly, but effectively. Huh? What? Law waves his finger around his ear as if to signal, are you crazy? All that geomancy, feng shui, ancient sorcerer stuff, it's all a bunch of drivel. It's all... His voice was mockery. Ooh, we proactively boosted our quarterly outcomes by mindfully onlining our beige cushions into a little circle and mooning each other. Spare me, yo. We got blood and gunfire over their feng shui. How's that for you? The penthouse level is probably still burning. Boom, that's what I'm talking about. Stone Cold Thrash Fest. He breathes a big sigh of relief and exhilaration. Why didn't you just tell me that? I guess you just had to build up to it. Let's see what I got for you. Another program? No, just Nguyen. Another 200. Information is money, after all. Got some more metadata for you. Well, let's do this. Let's pop down a quick save. There we go. And keep talking to him. Law speaking into the air as you approach. His bulky goggles flash with an unusually diverse array of conditions lights. Yo, T0, I gotta go, man. This is the cat I was telling you about. Goggles, servos, whine softly as a set of lenses focus on you. Beej, what's going on? What have you been up to? Oh, I see. The more things I tell him about, this is interesting. Wait, were you just telling someone about me? Don't worry, T0's Wampone. He's so cool, he's like refrigerant. So what can I hook you up with today? Got some metadata for you. All right. A 289 red pole just got snatched in Aberdeen. Guy named Rooster. Of course. Those guys are a maze of labyrinths. That's why I like to keep an eye on them. Let's see what I got for you. No. I'm going to take Nguyen. It's funny. It's like, is it even worth taking any of his programs? Because if I do, does that mean I get access to better programs that I could give to Isabel when she goes decking? For someone who's played this before in chat, by the way, for chat, I don't normally ask for things, but I'm curious to know if you have played this and have played as a decker or have taken all of Maximum Law's programs he's offering you. Does he give you better programs as you ask for more programs? Normally, I don't ask chat for many things. He does not. Then I don't care. Thank you, Inquisitor Gaia. All right, it's a pleasure handling meta with you, Beej. All right, let's keep going. The Red Dragon Association just go framed. Oh no, for industrial espionage in Ares, Asia. Damn, it's cold. How'd that go down? Someone stole a prototype from Ares, Asia while planning evidence. All right, sure, why not? Vicious. The Buzzin network is that they're getting chewed up right now over in Yao Tsimong. I wonder if Ares is the chewer. Let's see what I got for you. No, I'll take Nguyen. Another 200. See you later. Let's put down another quick save. Yo, Beej. His Law's voice is gregarious, tinged with awe. He smiles widely. How can I style out the carnivore? What do you need? More metadata. Entertainment bigwig Neville Ma has a vampire associate. He healed him after his recent auto-wreck in exchange for living the high life. Law scratches his tousled hair. No one's gonna believe that. Why not? That's word for word the plot of a side quest in the new expansion pack for Guangzhou Heat Year of Snake. Everyone's playing it. Memes like that are flying everywhere on the boards right now. I mean, I believe you, Beej, because you're legit, but no one else will. Here, I'll still hook you up. I guess reality is as strange as fiction. Let's see what I got for you. More Nguyen. And more metadata. Tiratangir Intelligence is targeting Eastern Tiger Corporation. They're after genetics research. That's what I like. Simple, straightforward, international crime. They're probably building some macro bioweapons or something. No. I'll take Nguyen. Sweet. I have no more metadata for you. So, probably after this, maybe something else happens. I'm gonna go buy a Dockwagon Platinum kit for myself. All right, show me your services. Med supplies. I'll take a plat kit. And it's for me. I might as well put that up there while we're at it too. Yeah, all my barriers are together now. I have that weird gun. Thanks, Ambrose. So we're this is a casual playthrough, a first playthrough. It's my first playthrough of it. It's me trying to do as best a job I can, but I'm trying to also I'm trying to play as best I can. Oh, we can add more people. I'm trying to play the best that I can. Without having to take a lot of hints or anything else like that. So, as always, no spoilers and no and don't tell me what your choices would be, because it tends to like ruin whether or not I should pick those things myself, because I don't know if you've played it before and you know something I don't, or you just think it'd be cool to see somebody show up. Hi.
Hi, I'm gonna go home. Did you want the rest of this?
I don't even know.
It's strawberry. It's the memories of Starburst strawberry flavor.
Yeah, I'll drink it.
You sure you want to?
Can you put like a drop of stevia in it?
Yeah.
Thank you. Did he say that Phoenixian? Did he say that he wanted Gobbet and Gunshow on the mission? And Duncan, our friend, our brother. If he did, then I'm willing to take them. I don't remember that coming up. God, that might be a while ago that I talked to him, though, I guess. All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna bring along some friends then. Excuse me. Just before the raft mission. Ah, okay. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Well, that helps a hair. Yeah, that's not so bad. A little bit of sweetness to cut the god-awful taste of carbonated water. I mean, if Gaichu had some people that he was thinking of, like, oh, this would be cool to have this, then I just want to bring him along, because why not? Let's have a look at where we're going, actually, again. Let's just have a quick look here. It is a Renraku warehouse in Tolo Harbor to ambush Gaichu's Old Red Samurai unit. So it's a warehouse mission. We may not need to deck, because it's a warehouse. Gobbet's thing is also, like, area of effect damage spells. That could be handy. She doesn't have any barrier spells. Well, that's fine. Let's do this. As is. Retribution. The Tolo Harbor Industrial Complex is a sprawling maze of warehouses, auto fabrication facilities, shipping container mazes, and corporate power. If something corporate owned is shipped through Hong Kong, it invariably moves through these streets. The Renraku shipping facility lies far enough away from the heart of Tolo Harbor that you won't have to worry about corporate security other than the on-site guards, and Renraku's extraterritoriality means that any fighting won't risk backup from rent-a-cops. Good to know. So, There's no reason for me to give wild aim. I mean, she has aim, but I could also give her wild aim, I think. I could. I like that this one also affects next closest ally as well. That's kind of just strictly better. And I can't cast it as it is. So, items. Gaichu gets... Well, let's see. Duncan gets a dock wagon. I've got a dock wagon. Gaichu gets 2. Another one of these. I know he can regen. Gobbet needs... Oh, yeah. Gobbet needs ways to feel better. Movement by 2. Bliss. Let's just do that. Boy, look at that. That's right. She always will be able to generate one of these, I think. You use it and then she gets to make a new one next time. Oh. This one, I think, yeah, I'll use that up. There's the magic marble. Area of effect throwable that causes affected targets to ignore their foes for 1 round. That's kind of neat. Any good gear? Just give 10 versus 11. Yeah, give her 2 guns in case she runs out of shooting on one. She can just move to this other gun. And she probably doesn't need acid bolt, but I mean, might as well give it to her in case if I need to be able to attack somebody. And we all have our pretty outfits. We're ready to go. As you exit the MTR and step into the Tolo Harbor streets, you are blessedly spared from rain. An ebb in the constant monsoon combined with the sweltering heat has left the concrete and your body blessedly free of moisture. 2 blessedlies there. Gaichu casts a glance at you and he nods in satisfaction. This is the facility. Past that fence is the warehouse and test laboratories. Ishida and his team should arrive mere minutes after we breach their defenses. Thank you, Gaichu. Shouldn't we try and make this stealthy and give ourselves time to get into position? Because I do like doing things stealthy. I know this is supposed to be, this is a showdown. We're going to have a fight. Would I rather ask about anything I should know about this place? Let's do stealthy. Gaichu shakes his head. That will not be possible, I'm afraid. The facility of this importance warrants a maximum security presence. Any covert points of entry will be guarded and trapped. We'll have no choice but to go in through the front door. While the Red Samurai provide a good backup team, there are too few of them to mount a standing guard. That means we'll be facing standard Renraku security forces. While they are not as potent as better equipped security, Knight Errant, for instance, they're still skilled combatants. Gobbet grins widely, tossing her ropes of hair over one shoulder. Great, I love dealing with corporate security. They're like a steak. You're never surprised by what you get, but you're never disappointed either. This is sounding just fine, Nibbles. She inclined his head respectfully. Gaichu matches Gobbet's grin with a small one of his own. I am glad it meets your approval, Gobbet. I would hate to think you were bored. Locate the drone prototype. Also, Gaichu must survive. Alright. We'll drop a save at the top of the mission. And if it turns out that I have really messed this up because I can't do other things, I don't know if that's going to be the case. I think this is going to be just a straight up fight. We're not going to actually be able to do a lot of this other stuff. If it's just going to be a big fight, oh yeah. Oh, just do it from here. All right, so I can go into mode. We can say post him behind here. We can just get rolling. I don't know if there's anything dangerous in there, but it does have an explosives symbol on it, so there's one over there too. That's a toxic barrel. I say we shoot this. Good answer, me. I think we've started. Now what I don't see is good places for me to shoot from. That's all medium cover. Medium cover. I feel like I cast haste on Gaichu. I might just stay where I am, or at least I'll move over to here. Gaichu. I could just straight up go up here and ruin somebody's day. It's 3 to do that. Yeah, why not? Or do I take on the captain? Take on the mage. Always ruin the mage. He's in his water stance. We're gonna bolster my defense. Gobbet moves behind the generator. Tries for the acid fog. Yeah, you keep walking through that fog. You are winning small victories by doing that. Let me tell you. Oh, I am Morthos. Anything you want to talk to Loading Ready Run about? Your best bet is to just contact info@loadingreadyrun.com. That is the email address. I monitor that email address. I don't have my own email address because it doesn't really... I don't think it makes sense for me to have one yet. We'll see what comes in time. Now, Gobbet can also cast haste on people. I could give haste to Duncan. And then Duncan could move over here. Or is it here? Maybe here. And he can shoot some people. For example, that guy. Well, he'll do it this time. Oh, I should have used that mercy kill. That would have been really good. Welp. It's fine. Concentrate on the captain, perhaps? Oh, I have just one for grenades. Probably don't want to use all my grenades yet, though. I don't need to subdue anybody. That was good. I like that. Made a good sound. Light cover for 3. Medium cover for 2. I'll move up over here, maybe. Hostile spotted. Good call. Hailstorm barrier. Five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't want to make him run through the fog. But I will give him cover. Because he can spit. He can't spit again for a while. That's okay, though. It only works on enemies that are within his whatever. He doesn't need to regen. Doesn't say anything about AoE. Alright. I think we just, Gobbet lines up over here. I don't think she can use Wild Aim to get the two of us. Oh, she can. Look at that. Should have done that earlier. No, please do stand in the open. Wow. Okay. Nobody can pass through the stuff. He can't spit yet. Can probably hit him with a normal shot. Maybe. I mean, I can do that. Oof. Maybe just use her acid bolt. What about her 55 to do that, 50 to do that, 65 to do that. Can't do any of those yet. Flush target. That was good. Yeah, ReoxCon. I should have actually moved people behind the barriers because that would give them heavy cover. I keep forgetting that's what they're useful for. Alright, let's have a look at the medical supplies. Platinum dock wagon kit. Like the one I just bought. Well, now Gaichu has... Leave. So pick that up. Move that to there. And then I'll pick this up. Sure. I guess manage is the way how you move things around without having to leave. Nothing else down here, eh? Can't see it. Oh, maintenance panel. Well, let's save. Can't do that until you stop walking. There we go. Save. Yeah, for cameras only. I guess the other reason to bring people on the mission who have decking powered, not just to be for this, but also to be like, I can get pay data and stuff if I want to as well. All right, let's open the door. What do we got here? A guard, an enforcer. Great big frickin' places to cast from. That's not great, but it's where I would love to go. Do I make a play for the back? Or do we just go into combat and ruin everyone's day? All right. Hey, he's got 5 now. Let's start with the enforcer. Go. He's on water of 2, water 3. We can change his stance now if we want to. I should probably actually do this to myself. Water stance is probably better, actually. Select this. There we go. Me, I have 1 AP left. Oops, put down some light cover for me. No, let's see here. How about acid bolt? Light on sight is blocked. Acid bolt. Whoa, shit. Can only be used in the very wounded. Gobbit! I hit him once, that's not bad. There we go. That guy sucks. So to keep the team all together, so now Gobbit casts that on me, so I have a little more room to move. Do I move up to her, or do I take a position down here so I can try to get into this spot over here? I think spreading out's not usually a terrible idea. Guide you. Fight you. Duncan can't take that shot again. Can do this though. Does this guy even have cover? He does not. I feel like I need to take the shots that I need to get while I'm getting them. Ruin that man. Ruin this man too. And then Gobbet says... Oh, don't like my armor. Well. Mercy kills up. Water 3. Let's move into the heaven stance and do more damage if we can. That's a lot of damage, holy shit. Save. We haven't been in here, so let's go in here. I actually don't know how big this is. That's a heavy line. That's a medium line. Okay. Nothing worth picking up. What's over here at the door? That is a terminal. What's through here? Something I can put my hands on. That's a quarantine terminal. What the hell does that mean? Renraku Navi OS 614 connecting you with your dreams and your input. Gaichu, what is this thing? Gaichu runs his fingers over the terminal for a few seconds. This is the control panel for the quarantine room beyond it, standard design across most Renraku facilities. Parazoologists use it to study the responses of paranormal animals to external stimuli. Gobbet scowls deeply, looking into the quarantine room. What kind of stimulus are we talking about here? Gaichu, the animals are exposed to high voltage current, open flame, toxic gases, etc. The primary purpose of these experiments is to identify the best specimens and reserve them for breeding. Those that are of sufficient stock survive, the rest do not. Such survivors make excellent guard animals once cybernetically controlled. Walk away. Cool. That's a vent. And I can't do anything with that vent. God. Oh, a scared scientist. As you barge into the office, the lone scientist within leaps back to cower against the desk he is working at. Don't hurt me, please! A split second later, the scientist stands upright. His expression of profound shock spreads across his face, and he takes an involuntary half-step towards Gaichu. Wait, it's you! Saru! That means monkey. The man's amazement is apparent in his voice, which barely rises above a whisper. Renraku management said you were dead, but I knew they were lying. But I didn't expect that you would be the one to answer my request. This is a good omen, my friend. Gaichu, in turn, seems just as surprised as the Renraku employee. Indeed, you were lied to. The shame the Red Samurai suffered due to their inability to kill me is undoubtedly something they wish to hide. I'm glad to see that you are well, but I'm no longer Saru. That codename is now long gone. Now I am Gaichu. You know this man, Gaichu? Yes, his name is Tanjiro Sasaki. A senior researcher, he has served Renraku for more than a decade. Gaichu smiles faintly, waving a hand towards Tanjiro. Do you recall how I said I had guarded similar facilities? They were usually in service of protecting Tanjiro's projects. Tanjiro is slowly relaxing, although the tremors in his hands indicate that adrenaline is still thick in his blood. It's true, and believe me, I can help you with what you're here for. Not quite. We're here for a few reasons. Tanjiro scowls. Your fixer got the job because I've arranged this. Why do you think it was so easy to get here? You're not just here for the drone, but to fake someone's death. My death. If a group of heavily armed Shadowrunners break in here, it's completely believable that I would be killed in the process. Oh, hi. Hello, James. Hello, everybody watching James at home. James is the one who helped us get back online, in fact, when we were having this problem. So thank you for getting me back online, James. Tanjiro lets out a heavy sigh and wipes his brow. As of right now, I've suppressed the alarms. I can undo that, and once I've reached a safe distance, I will. The samurai will arrive just a moment too late to save the research and me. We've already helped you. What can you do for us? The Red Samurai team will rush to this building as soon as the alarms are released. I'll give you the code I wrote into my Overwatch program. Just use it on one of the security mainframes when you're ready. You'll have time to set up any ambush you like. Gaichu, cradling his chin in one hand, Gaichu's eyes narrow. Typically, we would send the main force in through the front, leaving one team member aside to flank the opposition. It would be advantageous for us to isolate one of them and pick them off before the main force engages us. Tanjiro snaps his fingers suddenly, looking at Gaichu. You can use the quarantine room. It can be programmed to destroy contaminants or apply lethal amounts of electricity. Regardless of which you pick, it should certainly kill anyone attempting to pass through it. Yes, that could work. Gaichu nods to you, expression bright. If we were to make the quarantine room look like the point of ingress, they would send at least one of their team there, while the main squad utilized standard routes, namely entering through the front door. Beej, we should let Tanjiro go. He's given us more than enough to accomplish the task at hand, and he is a friend of sorts. I would be sorry if any harm came to him. Okay, get out of here, Tanjiro. Tanjiro bows low. Thank you. You have no idea what it's been like living under Renraku's thumb. You're giving me the chance to start again, hopefully with a better life. He turns to face Gaichu, smiling faintly. And you. It's because of you that I found the strength to leave Renraku. That they couldn't find or kill you was a sign that I could escape as well. I admired your tenacity, your drive. Thank you, Tanjiro. That means more to me than I think you know. Gaichu points towards the door. Go. They will be coming for us soon enough. I want you to be well out here when they arrive. Nodding, Tanjiro bolts towards the door. Grab the drone. Yeah, grab the drone. Okay, we've got the drone. Nobody can rig, which means that I can't even use it to go into all these other places, I don't think. Taminoru. Can't do anything. And I do find myself regretting that slightly. Like, all right, well, I'm just gonna have to live with it, aren't I? To make this area look like the point of ingress. There's nothing down there I can deal with. I can't use the vent, can I? Yep. Can't send a drone through there. Even though we have one in our pockets. That's fine. Phyrexian, don't blame yourself. Gaichu had said who he thought we should bring, and I would be like, if I had remembered that from the previous games, if I was playing this by myself in my home or something like that, I probably would have thought, oh, I'll just do what I normally do, or I'll do what he says to do, because why not? I would have had to have brought Isabel and Ractor in order to make full use of this by sending somebody through the vent, and then also having Isabel here to deck. So, it's fine. Gaichu, if we bait the quarantine room, one of the team members will move through it to flank us. Since Tanjiro's program gives us access to our comm channels, we can choose who to draw in. The other three will enter through the front door. I can bait the quarantine room to draw in one of the samurai. They will split up, but they won't deviate from center protocol very much. The remaining three will remain together. We have three choices. We can bring in Sasaki and eliminate her magical support. We can draw in Takigawa to cut down long-range sniper fire, or we can draw in whoever the heavy gunner replacement is. We can only draw in one, however. Why not the leader, the captain? No, I need to face Ishida myself. This is a reckoning that has been years in coming. Gaichu waves a dismissive hand. Besides, the commander will never separate from the majority of the squad unless there is no other choice. The heavy feels like that's a lot of AoE stuff that can suck. The mage, it's a red samurai mage. It's not a. So it's a mage. Lots of powerful spells. Not going to be summoning other creatures. Yeah, Dr. Pocket says, who don't you want running around if you're going to be standing out in the open for the magic? Well, the sniper is going to try to post up behind something with a lot of cover and be able to hurt us. I think it's the heavy. I think I want to take the heavy out. Because if I take the sniper out... Yeah, because I can make my own cover is the thing. I can stand out in the open, I can put down some cover, and I can be like, now I hide behind this. I can also probably control access to the other, I can control access to the other circles if the mage tries to step into any of those. The mage is probably going to be like, I'm going to go hide behind stuff as opposed to try to seek out one of those dragon lines. So... Oh yeah, and Phoenician makes a good point. Gaichu can just go after the sniper. Because the sniper's probably not going to be wearing a ton of armor. But Gaichu's going to go after Ishida. Remember, that's coming as well. But we can probably use the, I think Gobbet and Duncan. Duncan can probably go 1-for-1 on the sniper. So I'm not so concerned about that. I think we're going to bait it for the heavy. I don't want to risk getting too much damage too fast. That's going to affect multiple people, perhaps. Set the quarantine room trap. Unsuppress the alarm to draw on the red samurai. Right over here. Now I can also just move into another room, like over to here or something if I wanted to, right? Because I, didn't open the other door. I could just go hide behind here and try to do stuff as well, but I think we're probably just going to be fine. That's a light one. That's a heavy one. Signal alarms. Terminal goes blankly, awaiting your command to unsuppress the alarm system and tap into the red samurai communications channel. Set the trap. All right, Gaichu, your friends are inbound. Gaichu licks his lips in anticipation. Now they will learn what it's like to face me in true combat. No more running, no more hiding. Tonight, we end this for good. I go here. They're going to come in through the front door. Gobbet. If I'm doing this... I'm going to put down a lightning berry to begin with. Maybe to prevent people from moving straight up the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or give myself... What else can I do here? Because I can really get... Oh, you know what? Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. want Gaichu to be somewhere pretty good. Somewhere close enough that he can actually jump out and really deal with them. I think here's probably fine. Because I think they're coming in from the same place we came in from, is what they said, right? Duncan. Over here. Or way up front here. I think putting Duncan here is probably a pretty good idea. We can give Gobbet access to that. Like, that one's not bad, this one's not bad. And then just put acidic fog in here. Ah, I missed. Oh well, it's too bad. Oh, they arrive in one more round? Okay. I'm going to give some people extra HP. And I am going to... Oh, I might have needed that to set up my own thing. Shit. Oh, that was stupid. Because that'll last a couple rounds. And then probably Overwatch aim shot on there. And me. I could probably just set up air barriers around myself. There. Light cover on all sorts of sides. Cool. Probably want a Hellstorm barrier that entry. Either before or after I take this shot. Yeah, why couldn't we just set up... See, Archmage, we could have if we brought Isabel, because you get security proximity mines. We could have actually had her lob a couple mines into there, and then just be like, when they arrive, Isabel sets off the mines. Boom. Ah, Takegawa came in over there. So what I probably want to do is put this across here. And can I still make this shot? I could still make the shot, I think. Good start. If Takegawa's coming through there. Can't do anything from over there. That's not going to help. Can't do anything with that. Don't want him to walk across the shot. I could move him to medium cover. I could also move him backwards to cover that off. That's Ishida. We want to worry about Ishida next. Can Gobbet hit from here? Sure can. Oh. Okay. Oh, he's immune to those. Okay. So now I need something heavier than what I'm standing behind. Medium cover. Wild aim. Gaichu probably wants to just straight up get some work done here. So, Heaven Stance. And go to town. Good start. Duncan could take the shot. I'm glad he made up his mind. And then we maybe move Duncan. I need to move him behind something else so he can take the shot when Takegawa shows up. I want him to move here. I want him to move here. That's fine. Can't see him. Maybe we'll move her to here. I don't have any area of denial, like, type things. I guess I could do this. So I can't affect him from there. But I can see if that'll do a little something to him. Let's just end. Oof. Can't do anything about that over there. All right. Yep. Oh well. Oh, still can't hit from there. Shit. Can I make the shot from here? I cannot. But I can do this. Oh, he's not below 25% yet. Okay. How about now? Yes, he is. Alright, confront the Red Samurai Captain. Ishida lies on the cold tile, gasping for breath. His armor is rent and tattered, but his eyes still burn with rage. He spits at Gaichu as you approach. Gaichu, honorless cur, I regret the day I ever began teaching you. You are truly depraved to kill your own brothers rather than submit to what is right. Gaichu, yes, that is my name, as everything of my old life has been taken from me. Gaichu lifts the tip of his sword, placing it squarely on Ishida's chest. What is honor if it is built on a lie? What is duty if the dogma behind it is corrupt? Ishida, narrowing his eyes, the red samurai presses his chest upwards into the blade so it begins to gouge his armor. What do you know of it, vermin? Every red samurai who's become subhuman has taken their life. Everyone but you. You're a disgrace to the order and a disgrace to your people. Why am I responding? Why do I give a shit about this? You've been blinded by indoctrination, Ishida? Yeah, why not? Gaichu bares his teeth in a wicked grin. For years you were taught to be pure was to be powerful, that metahumans, the infected and the deformed, were to be scorned for their weakness. Yet here I stand, and there you lie. Broken. You think a victory over Sasaki, Takagawa, and me makes you superior? Ha! Ishida's mouth twists into a cruel, sorrowful smile. You'll spend the rest of your useless days cowering in the darkness, eating the flesh of your betters. You're no better than an animal, skilled though you may be. Gaichu. Snarling in fury, Gaichu hurls his katana to the floor. He reaches out to grab Ishida by the collar, yanking him up so that their faces are only an inch apart. You said that the Red Samurai were the best, the strongest, the most capable. Those who were non-human were unworthy of consideration. You told me that I would be better for having joined you. But it's a lie. I was infected and I became better than I was. Your own blindness allowed me to escape, blind to my skill and blind to the power of the impure. Gaichu lifts one hand, claws glittering in the pale warehouse light. His fingers splay out like an array of knives. I was not superior because I was Red Samurai. I was Red Samurai because I was superior. I choose my own fate. I make my own destiny. The ghoul draws his hand back, jagged shark's teeth bared as he presses them to Ishida's ear. I will show you the strength of my disease, Ishida. I will make you like me and you will be cast out, just as I was. I survived and remained intelligent because I have the will to do so. Can you say as much? I mean, I'm already feeling like I don't know about this. Like, I didn't know that was his plan. I was like, oh, you're just gonna like ruin this dude? And he might just turn into a ghoul, and then we have to kill him at that point if he doesn't like keep his humanness, right? It's like at that point it's like, no, he's just gonna have a thirst for whatever, and it's like, Yeah, I know what the interesting choice is. I mean, I should feel like I'm on board with Gaichu in this case. Like, I feel like I need to be on board with what my team member wants, and he wants, at this point, it's like, I want to do this. But I'm like, I don't know. This could just make him a ghoul, and then we have to kill a really powerful ghoul. Which would still be interesting. But I figured the chances... It's like, I kind of feel like... I thought the whole idea is that you just wanted to beat them because they will never stop hunting you, so you need to beat them. But it's like... But taking that stance is like, I'm like, hey, you don't want to make him a ghoul. Holy shit, that's going a really hard way. And it's kind of like, that's kind of a shitty thing to say to somebody who's on your party. You don't want to make him like you. Holy shit, why would you do that? Like, that just doesn't seem right. I mean, Stoffern also makes a good point. He might just take his own life. Yeah, reap what you sow. Ishida's head falls back as he laughs, but the laughter turns to bloody coughing. You think I'll let you infect me, monster? I'll do what you were too weak to. I'll take my own life like the 47 Ronin of old. Such a foolish boy. Foolish? You underestimate me, old man. Gaichu drops Ishida, his head bouncing off the tiled floor with a sharp crack. After I cripple your arms, you will have no means to kill yourself. The disease will burn through you like a fire, consuming every inch of your humanity. At this, Ishida stiffens, his eyes gold cold with resolution. Then we shall see, Gaichu, and if you are wrong, I shall meet you again in the next life. In my next life, and shall try to teach you to do better. Holy shit. Okay. Wow. Yeah, because I'm like, I would either answer, hold on, Gaichu, that isn't right, or I would be like, this actually is between the two of you. This is history that goes back before I showed up. I got Gaichu to you can join us, you can work with us. I will be your new captain, essentially. Archmage makes a good point. I saved Gaichu's life, and it's like, you're responsible for anything that he does. It's kind of like, in a way, it's like, he did say he'd defer to me, but I also want to give him his freedom to do the things that he needs to do. You stole an exotic fish. Are you any better? Thank you, Cake Flavo. I feel like this is a thing where I need to not be involved. I did say reap what you sow, but it's like, I don't know. Like, one of two... okay, so either we kill him outright, and that's it. That team is now gone. Or Gaichu breaks his arms and infects him, so that to see what happens to him whether it turns him or not. Whether Ishida can actually, if having to be like, what if he does turn? Like, what if the writing of this is that Ishida turns as a ghoul and then actually maintains his humanity, or maintains his mind, because it sounds like some ghouls just don't, but there are ghouls that do, and Gaichu's proof of that as well. Yeah. Oh god, some of you guys have some amazing lines here. I mean, the thing is Gaichu wants him to see, this is what happened to me, and he came out the other side of it. And if Ishida had to, like, have the same thing happen, would he come out the other side of it and be like, the way Gaichu did, right? Does he come out the other side of it and is like, I'm still all here. My faculties are, in fact, if not all my faculties are here, but some of them are more improved. I'm better than I was. Wait, if this makes me better than I am, then what would be the point in me killing myself if I'm actually better than I am? Which is, like, it's a very utilitarian... Gaichu's stance is a very utilitarian thing. It's like, if this makes me better, then why would it be necessary to kill myself, right? Like, the Maricat, I'm not going to say give him his due, make him suffer. That's not me. And me taking a step in here and just being like, maybe it's just better to kill him. You wanted to kill him, maybe you should just kill him. If that's where, hold on, Gaichu, that isn't right, if that's where that leads us to. two is you. Number 2 is you before you had a Snickers. Me just throwing up my hands and saying, "Do what you will" is between the two of you. It's kind of like if I was at this point, it's. If I was at this point, I would say, "Okay, wait, hang on a second. Let's have a quick chat over here while this guy is still unable to get up, before he like straight up dies, and just say, if you do this, what happens if this? Like let's think about this for a second, right? You came here to kill your old team because they would never stop hunting you, and you're like, it was like, we have to take the fight to them. I'm like, yeah, we should just do that. But I thought the idea would be just that you would kill them. This would be done and over with. What happens if he turns, and then he has to live with the disease? Like, what if he turns into a ghoul? Are you thinking that he's going to understand you? Is that what you're hoping for? Because you didn't have a choice when it happens to you, because you were just jumped on by a ghoul. But you were of whatever mind you were. Your genetics or whatever allowed you to keep your mind. What if this doesn't allow him to keep his mind? And then we have to end up killing him anyway? Well, I guess we end up killing him anyway. He's dead no matter what. Do what you will. This is between the two of you. Gaichu nods to you, turning back to Ishida. Come, I will show you your own inner weakness. All right. Trigger warning. This gets vicious. The sounds that follow are viscerally, intensely horrifying. The crunch of bone mates with the sound of wet flesh tearing under the pressure of jagged ghoul teeth. And as a high counterpoint comes Ishida's screaming of horror and pain, and undoubtedly some measure of the terror of what Gaichu is doing to him. Eventually, Ishida passes out. Gaichu rises, wiping copious amounts of blood from his mouth with the back of his hand. It is accomplished. He is unconscious, but he will live. Let us be done with this. Blood just melts away. Either he turns into a ghoul, and he has hunted himself, or he turns on and eats all of his whatevers. Like, that's the weird thing, right? If we just killed them all, if we just like, hey, you know what? Let's just kill them all. They would have all died, and that would have been enough. No thought of hey, a ghoul was here. But now that a ghoul has been here, it's like, this also means that Renraku will now know that a ghoul was here, and a ghoul that was able to defeat these their best whomevers. They will probably assume it's Gaichu. That's it for the story. Turn to Heioi. Let's confirm. Quick little mission overall, it felt like. I mean, it's 7:51, but we started about 6:30. The sun's rays paint Hong Kong's mountains in a palette of orange and gold as they speed by outside the train. With a final flash, the sun dips below the horizon, foretelling the inevitable descent into night. Gaichu is silent as you walk back to the MTR station. His body remains as tense as the cables on a suspension bridge, but his expression is triumphant. Ishida has been punished. All that awaits him is a slow descent into hunger and possibly madness. Ugh. Yeah, this was a revenge story. Hey, karma. It was always a revenge story. So we're going to save. I'm going to take a quick break. And you guys are going to take a quick break as well, because I'm going to go to commercial. And, excuse me, I will see you in a few minutes. And we're back. I'm just catching up on what you guys are writing. Jesus, yeah, you guys wrote a lot, which is great. I'm glad you are. You wrote a lot. My tea water, my water that had boiled a while ago had since cooled down quite a bit in the kettle, so now I'm drinking very weak tea. It's one of the blends that we had that were inspired by some of our shows. This one I think is always forward, never learning, because you never want to step on a trademark. But yeah. I just saw Izandai's post where it's like, I searched Gobbet Shadowrun and the first result was her page on the wiki, and the second result was a Steam community thread titled, "So we're supposed to fall in love with Gobbet, right?" And it's like, I could understand how. She's very charismatic because she's so interesting and funny. But I think it's that she's interesting and funny to people who don't live in the setting. That's right, yeah, she can summon things. And we got through that fight so fast that, yeah. Anyway. So we're back here now. The game has saved. And I bet you I've talked to everybody. Yes. So I'm going to go talk to Law. Thank you, Maricat. Actually, no one had said the appropriate way, the way that is backed by, the proper way to do things is go get some pliers, go put on some safety glasses, and then snap it that way. But that seems to make a lot of sense. Clearly using the thing that's built into the back of the knives is very interesting. However, we did just do a new mail time, and in fact, we finished recording it today. I made a major mess up. I had to get up briefly, and I forgot to plug my microphone back in when I sat down, so I'm going to be a little hollow for some of the mail time. So I apologize for that in advance. This is almost just water. It did not take. Cannot walk over there. Yeah, so mail time in Studio B, we had set up to shoot that in 4K. What we had neglected to do was ensure that there's a switch. So we stream from that office as well, and we don't stream in 4K. We stream in 1080p, and 6 megabit is enough to stream in 1080p. It's lots, apparently. No new weapons, no new anything else. Not worried about any of this. And so when we set it up to stream in 4K, it would naturally be like, oh, we're going to set that to 20 megabit because you got to be able to capture anything. Is what we thought, but it didn't. because my understanding is and I could be wrong about this, but my understanding is that you can have it override your settings to allow it to stream properly, and I believe that's what we did. Is it overrided what we were doing so that we could stream properly, even though we weren't streaming, and we did not record at the highest bitrate we could have, which is why it ended up dropping information in the source footage, which surprised us because, I mean, so when we work on it, you're not working on it in, you're not working on it at full 1080p on a big 1080p monitor, like in big whatever. You're working on it, when we're working on it, it looks like it's jumpy and stuff because you're constantly rendering and encoding stuff and doing whatever, and so it's unnoticeable, those little hops and jerks, because everything you do hops and jerks like that. And when it was done, we put it up and we put it into YouTube and we got it all ready to go, and it's like, let's go. And yeah, that was we saw that and we're like, oh shit, it's dropping so many frames and stuff, and we traced it back. We're like, no, it's turns out it was just something was configured incorrectly. That's all it was. And we caught that before we recorded Mail Time yesterday and today, fortunately. And that should be in a lot better shape. There shouldn't be anything in my computer, I don't think. Oh, urgent problem. What's this? From Baojia Jin to Beej, we have a problem to solve. It's urgent. Meet me at the Mahjong parlor. Kindly as order. Strangler Bao. Ah, this is that thing I have to do. Mail Time only took 2 days because we had to break up the shooting of it. It didn't take 2 days because we had too much stuff. We were a little bit busy yesterday also shooting Tabletop Day and trying to find time to sit down to record it. We're like, well, let's just try to do it on Saturday. And we tried. And yeah, so we're like... So we tried, and we got a certain distance, and then it's just like, nope, Graham, you're needed on set to play this game. It's like, okay, we got to leave this alone. We got to come back to it, and there we go. So yeah, that we have footage of it. It's gonna have to be all edited and put together and whatnot. And again, just, you know, it'll come out when it comes out. And Heather always does an awesome job. And she's editing other things now as well, so it's, Reactor didn't come with us. Actually, he didn't go. Does he have anything he wants to add? I wasn't there. I sent my, yeah, designing a new manipulator assembly for Koshé, yes. Anyway. Tabletop Day was a lot of fun. I kind of want to watch part of the, I want to watch part of the section with cards again, because there was some really good stuff other people played that I wish I could remember. So I'll probably go back and watch a bit of that. The dim cabin's air is thick with the pungency of incense. A small, rudely constructed altar sits near Gaichu's box mementos. It consists of a wooden box, a few trinkets, and a bowl for burning incense. Gaichu himself is polishing his sword again. He runs a claw along the length of the blade, feeling and listening for nicks and dents. Good evening, Beej. A fine evening, isn't it? He puts the sword aside and smiles in your general direction. What can I do for you? I sort of assumed you'd want to talk about what happened with your team. Of course I have thoughts about it, but why would I burden you or anyone else with them? If you would like to talk about it, then we may, by all means. I'm a private person by nature, however. This is why I did not seek you out to speak on it. Of course I want to talk about it. Are you okay? Curious question. Am I all right? I, the one who survived? Who has now shed his old life entirely? Who no longer needs worry about assassins on his heels? Yes, I am more than all right. I am free. The team is all dead, save for Ishida. He will know what it's like to feel the disease burn through his brain, stripping logic and artistry and leaving only hunger in its wake. When it is done, I am certain he will be an animal, while I remain whatever it is that I am. Gaichu, but one that may speak and act as a free being. Gaichu grins thinly, cradling his chin in one hand. There is some poetic justice in this, I feel. His claims of my weakness mirrored by his own descent into feral madness. And yet here I am, one with enough willpower to survive and prosper despite my ill fortune. You don't think it was a step too far? See, this is where it's like, I would like to ask you, so... Wow, Arclight, that is a lot of distance you drove. 4,900 clicks. Oof. Oof. So much. I will ask him. Step too far. No, I do not. Understand, Ishida was a product of the same training that shaped me, but unlike me, he has never had the training proven wrong. He always believed he was the strongest, the best, and that he was unbeatable by lesser creatures. He would never have learned. His xenophobia and arrogance would have ruled him his entire life. Men like Ishida are the reason that Japan refuses to accept that the awakening was a natural affair and ships metahumans to Yomi Island. I was taught that people like Duncan, Gobbet, and Isabel are subhuman, yet I have seen what they can accomplish, and I am impressed. All right, what do you think of that last mission? Cocking his head, Gaichu laughs. That's what we're already talking about, is it not? Is it anything I can do for you? Has killing your old unit changed your outlook on life? Yes. Yes, I think it has. My lesson to Ishida should not end with him. If becoming a ghoul has allowed me to prosper and become stronger, surely I should hone my instincts just as my training honed my swordsmanship? If I can apply the same focus to my new nature as I did to my skills in combat, I'm certain I can prove that to be a ghoul is only to be different, not lesser. I knew this before, logically, but I did not feel it. To know and feel are different things entirely. Regardless, Ishida's sword is now mine. It is a newer blade than my own and appears to be made with some manner of enhanced die coat process along the tungsten carbide edge. Whoops. He lifts the katana, running one claw down the back of the blade. I've noticed a marked improvement in my speed when using it, particularly with follow-through moves. Should an enemy fall to this sword, I will be able to reposition much more rapidly. So we just straight up killed the dude and then like, and we took his sword. So F him. Do you regret having to kill your unit? Let's not talk about my unit. Gaichu cocks his head as he ponders this. After a long moment, he shakes his head. No, I do not believe I do. We were locked in a dance that could only end with my death or theirs. We chose that path, consciously or not, and I'm willing to die so that they could live. I value my life, even changed as it is. Their insistence on following the strictures of their duty ensured this end, just as surely as my refusal to die did. I regret that only circumstance and training led us to this point. Yeah. They were still family to me, even at the end. But if your family turned on you and tried to kill you, you would still defend yourself. True. And Aaron's right. We killed that guy, and he dropped a sweet katana. Gaichu recoils, expression of one in rank incredulity. Surely you're joking with me. I will stay here and aid you in your endeavors. I have no other life to turn to, nor anyone else to call friend. As you have aided me, so too will I aid you. This life in the shadows is the most free and open I have ever felt. I have no desire to go or do anything else. Perhaps later I will, but not anytime soon. Well, have a good night, Gaichu. And the same to you, my friend. Alright, well, rad. New mementos? Statuette. It's a bodhisattva. Serene. What's the The statue is of a round-faced bodhisattva, its head canted slightly to one side. Its hands are pressed together in prayer, and a tiny red bib is tied around its neck. It's a Jizo, I think, isn't it? The figure's expression is serene. It bears a slightly crooked smile as if it knew the secret or had heard a joke. What's the tiny statue with the bib? Gaichu pauses, turning an ear more fully towards you. Ah, it's a statue of Jizo, the protector of children. He's also the guardian of travelers. Statues of him are placed along almost every road in Japan. His name outside of Japan is Kasitigarba. Kasitigarba. Seems rather cute for you. It is, but it is not so much about what he does as much as how much I enjoyed his temple in Kyoto. It's one of the few refuges I had during my time living in the city. Jizo-in is a tiny place. It's fairly close to the much larger and better-known sister temple of Saihoji. on the western edge of Kyoto. Unlike Saihoji, however, Jizo-in is almost unknown. Gaichu smiles fondly, looking sightlessly into the distance. To get there, you have to walk through twisting residential streets, past a deep green grove of bamboo. Oh yeah, I'm going to learn so much about my next trip to Japan. If you do not know what you're looking for, you will never find it. Oh shit. Most people assume the road it is on is simply a dead end. I recall walking there in a light rain. I could smell the ginkgo and maple leaves in the slight breeze. I would go there and simply sit and let myself be whenever I felt the stress of school was too much for me. Inside there are several small shrines, but the main attraction is the Moss Garden. You enter a very old meditation room from a small gate. You take off your shoes. You sit at the edge of the garden and feel the world outside slip from your mind like water through a sieve. Just you, the breeze, the trees, and the moss. That garden was a microcosm of my world, stripped bare of any confusion and bustle. That sounds nice. Smiling faintly, Gaichu dips his head. I rather thought so. I never saw more than 2 other people in the temple, no matter what time of year. It seemed, at the time, to be my own private sanctuary. Let's look at that fan. The folding paper fan is cheaply constructed with thin paper stretched over plastic spines. It's obviously a souvenir sold to tourists for a few nuyen. Unfolding the fan reveals a pleasant landscape, a Japanese city in the 19th century or earlier, curved roofs at sunset beside a deep blue river. We've looked at this fan before. 2 ships sail on the river, which is spanned by a long wooden bridge. In the foreground, laborers carry buckets along the shore as a man on horseback rides in opposite direction. In the distance, a pair of large red buildings dominate the city's skyline, 1 large temple hall and a 5-tiered pagoda. And the Maricat has also got us found us Jizo-in. A link to Jizo-in. Jizo-in, I guess is really, it's a longer O there. Jizo-in. Cool. And it comes with, oh, it's near Kyoto University. Kyodai. It means family. Anyway, yeah, let's talk about the fan. Gaichu grunts, not turning towards you. The fan is from Sensoji Temple in Asakusa, one of the districts of Neo-Tokyo. I went to Asakusa once. The image is of one of the less famous works by Ando Hiroshige, a woodblock printer from before the Meiji Restoration. I purchased the fan while on leave from a military training. It reminds me of how open life felt when I was younger, how the future seemed to stretch out, full of possibility, and also because I like the painting. If anyone finds a link to that painting, feel free to post that. Duncan! What do you think about the last run? I don't even know what to say about that, Adam. Remember when we were kids, how we'd argue over who'd win in a fight? The Halloweeners versus Tamanus, the Ghosts of Tir Temgir versus Ares Firewatch? In our minds, the Renraku Red Samurai always came out on top, and now we've taken out a squad of them. Well, to be fair, we had one on our side, too. Yeah, and what a piece of work he is. When he looks at me, I don't know whether he sees a comrade at arms or a hot meal. Makes my skin crawl. Always has, always will. Aw, well, that's fair. Anyway, I guess it's good that we helped Gaichu out. Still don't feel comfortable about having the corpse eater around, but maybe he'll feel a little more indebted to us now than he did before. I think he felt pretty fucking indebted to us already, Duncan. I don't know. It's a lot to process. I don't know what else to say. Anyway, enough about that. You need anything else? Nope. Anytime. Any thoughts about last run? You didn't go on the run. Walled City, got nothing. You didn't go on the run. What do you got to say? I wasn't there. Just fooled around in the octopus. We were just talking about Japanese art. Anyway, Gobbet. Sup? Any thoughts about that last run? I guess all that history with his old unit was really eating at Nibbles, huh? I didn't realize she'd been calling him that. Gobbet folds her arm, glancing off into the distance. I wasn't too happy with him being here when you first invited him to join the team, you know, but I was wrong. He's a solid asset. Maybe not the most talkative, but a good guy to have in your corner. But turning Ishida into Ghoul like that just to make a point? Gobbet shudders. That's some cold revenge right there. It's over the line. I'm glad he's finally free of them, but I wouldn't wish that kind of fate on anybody. So, what else do you want to chat about? Nothing. Let's go talk to Strangler Bow. Our good friend, Strangler Bow. Any new wares? I didn't think so, actually, but let's just have a look. No, no new consumables that I want anyway. Does anyone have anything else to say, or do we have to get to the next act, as people have put it? Yeah, I'll just relieve it alone then. All right, the Igakar thing. Let's go talk to Bao. Oh, claim payment for your run at the mission computer? Didn't... Oh, right. Sell the drone. Ah, non-functional combat situations. I was like, but Raktor would want a new drone to do things with Koshei, and nope. Sell it. So you send a quick email to Kindly Cheng informing her of the drone you recovered from Renraku. A few moments later, a message pops onto the screen. From Kindly Cheng to Beach. Brave of you to do side work without telling me, or stupid, take your pick. Luckily, Auntie Cheng knows plenty of buyers for your new toy. I'll send a finder's fee over to you right away. Kindly Cheng. I missed how much we made. $1,500. Thank you very much. Now do I go talk to Law? Because now we've actually finished the job. I'm going to turn that on. It's pleasant. Metadata. Nope, got nothing. See you later, Law. Alright, now I save. That's a great idea. I do appreciate those reminders. Bao. Seems weird to go talk to Bao first, but here we are. Strangler Bao stands impassively, muscular arms folded across his chest. The low noise and stale smell of the mahjong parlor seem to glance off him like rain off a granite statue. He acknowledges you with a nod, a quarter of an inch. His rumbling bass voice seems to vibrate the floorboards. We have a problem. Maximum law. Bao says it as he explains everything. He's been talking in the Matrix about your jobs. He's drawing attention. Kindly wants him shut up. I've noticed I've been meaning to handle that. Good, but you've been slow. Law isn't being discreet. He needs to be discreet. Bao leans forward just a little, shifting onto the balls of his feet like a tilting slab of concrete. Your job is to fix the situation. Don't bother finding me when you're done unless there's something to clean up. I've got better things to do with my time. He asks you skeptically. Any questions? What do you mean by fix the situation? Just make him shut up. What happens to Law doesn't matter to anyone. He has no family here, no standing. Why doesn't the Yellow Lotus handle this? We are, Bao smirks. Did you forget? You're an instrument of the Yellow Lotus. Seems ironic that you're handling this. Just take care of it, Beach. Law's got leverage. He's Wampoan. Leverage. He's entry level. The Wampoans recruit a lot of fresh meat and cull out those who are unfit. We are the ones who have pulled with Wampoa. Law pushes a wheelbarrow. I'll take care of it. If you need to kill him, don't make a neighborhood scene. That upsets people. Do this like you're from here, respectful of the peace. It may be difficult. You probably need to do it in that boat of his. He almost never leaves it. This needs to be handled soon. Strangler bow, grunts and nods almost imperceptibly as if to signal the end of the conversation. Thank you, Beej. Your skill is appreciated. As is your protection. Good day, Mr. Bow. We need to talk. Yeah, so here we go. He's all like, hey, whatever. Like, Law, we need to talk privately. It's important. Yo, I am your man for that. Law glances around with almost comic furtiveness, bulky goggles weaving. Here? I can't leave the palace. It's okay, we can talk here. Just keep your voice down. Turn off your open sign for a moment. Yo, you got it. Anyone ever tell you you're kind of a spooky guy, Beej? You kinda are. Law's boat obscures you from the shore, and his bulky piles of tarp shield electronics somewhat obscure you from the boardwalk. Concealment is poor and dynamic at best, but at least the lanes of visibility are confined. I dig the shadiness, man. I dig it. Now I am your man for serious business. What's up? Kill Maximum Law. Yeah, it's just right there. Just do it. You have an information hygiene problem. You've ID'd my crew on chat boards. I think probably gets there more than this. Ah, people talk. Whatever, it's no big deal. VBS and the Wampoa boards is secure. This is what Wampoa does. We handle info, and right now your face is golden in Wampoa. Etiquette Shadowrunner? The VBS is secure. It's not supposed to be. Yeah. We're going to take that, I think. What do you mean? They're data havens. Two or three. Two or three. One doesn't really get me. Three, three, three. Havens like the BBS are no man's land where very dangerous parties meet to carefully trade information. The blood drains from Law's face. You're serious, aren't you? Oh no. Oh fuck, man, what have I done? He swallows hard, sweat runs and streams down his face from under his VR goggles. He breathes heavily. Quick glance around reveals there's a lull in the usually busy foot traffic on the nearby docks. Only a few people are in sight. This may be the only opportunity to kill him. You're an asset to Heoi and Wampoa, but you need to be discreet. Can you be discreet? Asked him to be discreet. Let's try it. Yeah, I can. Law nods and swallows hard again. What should I do, Beej? Keep your mouth shut. Play smart. You'll be fine. Fly your own flag, set up your own shop, but keep your mouth shut. Number one. Maximum's Law looks like he's about to be sick. His voice is faint. Thanks, Beej. I definitely want to end with, you just came very close to dying. Like, he needs to understand that he was this. You cannot save. We already saved. You cannot save in conversation. I mean, he likes the thing is like the third one's also good too, right? It's like running as a dark and bloody business, don't get involved in it. It's like, But I think just pushing this home, say, you need to understand, I either had to kill you, or someone else was, or you have to just agree to stop. So this is how it is. And if we see any, and obviously it's like, if anything else hits the boards, you're done. Because we know it's you. You just came very close to dying. Talk to him again. Nope. Cool. What sucks if his whole thing was he was doing this in order to gain cred on the boards, that he has all this rad information. Because it's like, I'm selling you metadata. I'm selling you interesting whatevers, I guess. Yeah, little side quest doesn't happen if you don't give him metadata. I didn't realize that that's also, by giving him metadata, that's what sets off Strangler's email to you. But yeah, the kind of cred on the boards that you would get from doing that kind of thing, where it's like, this is all coming from him, he's got information, he looks like hot shit, and it's like, I took it for granted that he was part of the whole thing, but here we go, problem solved. From Bao Jian Jun to Beej. I see you've solved the problem, kindly will be pleased, Strangler Bao. I have 0 read messages, open the jobs directory, I got nothing else going on, BBS, no pay data I don't think, that's right, no new keywords I'm sure. Anyway, we're done with that. It's 8:37, we got about an hour before I'm gonna end this stream. Maybe we take the MTR to meet Dreamland, I guess. I'll save game again. It's funny too, right? Because it's like, I picture this as I come along, I have a seat on his boat, I tell him to sit down, and it's like, there's some serious stuff and I need to tell you some things, and he would just kind of be like, uh-huh, oh god, and it's like, yeah, so you're not gonna do anything anymore, right? Nope. And it just kind of, because it'd be like, it's like, if he was like, but I have to, it's like, and it's just like acid bolt in my hand, and I'm like, you're not gonna do this anymore, right? Like, I don't even have to pull out a gun. I just have to do this at you, and you're just covered in acid. Ugh. All right. Anyway, we got some money, which is nice. Let's go meet with Dreamland. Now, my understanding from what people have said is this is Act 3. Because the story is now moving along. We have done all the side plot stuff we can do. Apparently, we've done all of the, we've done all of our side missions. We've done all of the other things you can do to buff out your crew and to make money so you can upgrade your gear. Isabel's with me. The tenement that Dreamland lives in smells of mold and desperation. The people living here are the kind who don't want to be found. Fuck, that's like everywhere. Isabel. Okay, this is the right place, Beach. Emile should be in the first apartment. Is she dangerous? She shouldn't be. Emile's a Emily. Emily's a Decker, yes, but she's really more into programming than she is violence. Her handle is Dreamland, after all. She quit running last year, something about some sort of activist activity that she used to be into. And a bunch of big money execs who are holding a grudge. Cannot do that, so I have to do this. I lean forward a lot when I play, wow. Emily's from Berlin, but she moved to Hong Kong after the F state collapsed. The Schockwellenreiter, that's the group she worked for, were supposed to protect her, but they've got their own problems to deal with now. I guess that she decided she'd be safer on her own. F state, I'm not about my world politics. An experiment in sustained institutional anarchy. Great environment for a Shadowrunner, but it ended up just like communism did, another pipe dream. The German government gave the corporations the go-ahead to invade last year, and they forced the anarchists to retreat to the eastern part of the city. Now Berlin's run by the corps, just like Hong Kong. I bet they wind up building a wall again. Wouldn't put it past them. So how should we handle this friend of yours? No clue, really. I've never met her in meat space. Just be your charming self. I'm sure that everything will work out just fine. Here, we have, you can walk this much and no further. There's nowhere else to go. There's nothing else to look at. Open the door. Hello, Emily. The apartment is no better than the hallway. Empty fast food cups and packages of dried snack food are strewn about the room. In the corner, a box of cat litter sits filled to overflowing. You don't see any cats. There's a patched together matrix terminal sitting on the stack of crates connected to a banged up cyberdeck. Within arm's reach of the cyberdeck is a 20-something woman with pale white skin, dirty blonde hair, and a bleak expression. Emily looks at the deck slung across Isabel's back. So you're Isabel, huh? I didn't expect... A dwarf? Isabel coughs nervously. Yeah, I get that a lot. No, I didn't expect you to be so pretty. The woman has a soft German accent and a dour disposition. I should have never agreed to this, Isabel. She groans. I should have never even responded to your message. If the oligarch swine who've been hunting me find out where I am... They won't find out from us. Uh-huh. Emily searches your eyes with her own. You can see the intelligence in there, but it's hard to get past her sullen manner. Isabel, this is the man I told you about. He needs the software that you developed to inhibit your cortical implant. He needs what? Her tone is sharp. Her eyes flash daggers at Isabel. I don't think I should be getting into this. I need your help, Emily. That's great, Beach. Now, go away. I've got my own problems to deal with. She pulls out a near-empty pack of German cigarettes and lights the last one. In case you're not up on current events, I've got a kick line of mercs and bounty hunters after me. Messing around with the headwear that the Schockwellenreiter installed in me is the last thing on my mind. Charisma 3. Look, this is important. I need the software you created so I can find out what happened to my father. Your father, huh? Sounds rough. Is he dead? I doubt it. At least I don't think he's dead yet, and that's why this is important. She's often's been there. Or something like there. It's the ambiguity that'll kill you. She considers for a moment. Okay, give me a minute. Emily grabs her cyberdeck and jacks into it. Her jaw goes slack and her fingers hover over the keyboard, tapping keys at a blinding speed. When she finishes, she jacks out and ejects a data stick from the deck. Here. She hands you the stick and a taser gun with masking tape wrapped around the grip. Modify this taser with it and use it on your target. The jolt should stop the memory wipe process before it starts. Here's a little something for the effort. Thanks. It'll help. She sighs. I wish every problem was that easy to solve. Neural Inhibitor, a custom-made weapon usable at mid-range. Deactivates the target's neural wipe and leaves them stunned. The effect takes 3 rounds to sedate the target. Oh, yeah. Take. Stash. I'm going to empty your cat box while I'm here. It'll cost you 500 million. Save. I don't think there's a reason to go buy anything. I don't think there's a reason to go do other things. I can't think of what else I'd have to do out here. Go to Shep Kickmay and acquire the plastic-faced man's itinerary. All right. Now, my thoughts on this are, I will need someone who can deal with that. I will need someone who can deal with that And I will need someone who can stop people from doing things if they are doing things. Wow, bloodthirsty katana. Work of art and a deadly weapon. May do AP damage on a crit. Hell yeah. Let's go. You're about to travel to Shek Kip May. Continue? Confirm. Yeah, I realize I didn't have to pay her for that, but yes, I need to bring that. Cool. So, Isabel, Bractor, cool. How do I put that in my hand? More objectives getting added. I see. What if we do this? Cannot select myself. Isabel. Duncan has room for things. Only thing I can think... Right, he can catch grenades and throw them back. I keep forgetting about that. So I go confirm. Hiring prerequisites Rex. You must bring the neural inhibitor not fulfilled. Confirm. Hiring is incomplete. Confirm. Confirm. Neat. Is anyone carrying it currently? No. 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 Okay, so we need to go do something. Archmage Blackstone, Gaichu got a new sword. Dude dropped a sweet katana. I guess, yeah, it's in my stash. I have to go grab it now and have it in my hand. And end up giving it to somebody else to use, I guess. Or maybe it is up to me to use it. Who knows? And tomorrow, I have so many things to do. Busy all day. One of which will be changing out this contact lenses. They're supposed to be... I have an appointment tomorrow to get my new ones. There it is. It is not that kind of thing. Maybe we just take that fetish out. Inhibitor instead. Probably don't need that in there. Maybe I should put that back in. Do that. There. Now I've got it. And then when we go do the thing, I can just give it to somebody else if I want them to have it instead. I mean, I thought I had a play it forward schedule for tomorrow. Depends, I guess, on how long Dungeon World goes for. Maybe I don't. All right, now I can do this. Isabel, Ractor, Duncan, confirm. I guess we could save first. Why not? That way I don't have to do all this running around again to put things in my hands. Isabel, Ractor, Duncan. Sure. Confirm. Travel. The extraction. Isabel has modified a taser to introduce Dreamland's cortical inhibitor program into the plastic-faced man's neural network. That should stop his headwear from completing a memory wipe and allow you to interrogate him for information about Raymond Black. But first you'll need to find him. Kindly Cheng's made contact with an underground information broker named Zhao Zi, who has managed to obtain the plastic-faced man's complete itinerary. With it, you can choose the time and place to perform an extraction and find out what he knows. Zhao Zi works out of an abandoned night market in Chek Kip Mei, the Xing House Court. Team. Okay, team. Everyone, come back to life if I need you. Have some extra healing. Have some extra healing. I mean, maybe I should just have it. Is it worth it for me to just have it? Let's give Duncan another gun to carry around. Got all my spells. Okay, let's think about this. If I have it, then I need to be able to close in on somebody to use it. If I give it to Isabel or Duncan, Duncan might have better body than me, so he might be able to withstand that better. But then I have to remember to send Duncan to go do that, to zot that dude. He can also subdue people. I might be standing on a thing. I might be standing on a circle trying to make stuff happen. Maybe Duncan needs to be the one who makes stuff happen. I could be casting all sorts of cool spells and shit, and he might be the one that I send in to do the dirty work. Seems reasonable. I have karma available? Holy shit. I do. I have 9 karma available. Could just straight up put it into conjuring. Or this. Gets another spellbook slot, which I guess is the same as... is that handy? Do both of those, like do that. Or is it better to just do 9 into conjuring? Or, let's revert. Would it be better to kind of give myself more body points? just do this, and then wait to see if something else happens after it. I mean, right now, having a spellbook slot doesn't help me because I've already loaded myself out with spells. So, perhaps I will not worry about it for the time being. That sounds like me. Oh, look at this place. Let's see, all sorts of things. And nobody to talk with. Yes, groups of people in the rain. What's over here? I'm over here. What's down here? Nothing. This is the night market. This is where I have to go. Well, let's go over here. SKPF involved in shooting near Repulse Bay. Developing. Suspect has been described as a male orc. Yeah, 10 orders. I'm having a party. We sure are. Great party. Sure, I can wait. Back over here. Y. Oh, they're friends. Look at them. Don't tell your twin you're having a birthday party today. Just, you know, walking behind your business. Oh, hey. This seems like an area I probably shouldn't be. What the shit? Alright, save. What's in the Emporium? Strange looking elf. Oh, I know I got what you need. As soon as you walked in that door, I was thinking, I know exactly what that man is looking for. No doubts, no questions. It's you. You are that man. The one with the need. The hunger. Now what brings you to Zach's fine emporium of exotic potables? Wait, I thought you already knew. You look like the type who wants some jazz, some kamikaze, some cram, real heavy stuff. I'm not in that business anymore. I'm all about the mellow, relaxing the world. It's crazy out there these days. Got any harsh goods right now? You seem like a good customer. Yeah, my buddy dropped this off earlier. Should probably unload it soon. Don't usually carry this kind of thing. Take a look. Drugs! What the shit? New from Yamaha. A taser. The Sandblaster. These are not drugs. Show me your basic stock. I will not tell anyone. Yeah, maxing and relaxing. Running a sale right now on account of all the rain. Man, you must be running a sale all the time, my dude. Nothing else? Ah, objective complete. Obtain knockout drugs locally. What the fuck happened? What did I do? Great. I'm not holding anything. I'm not holding anything. Duncan's still got the inhibitor. Like, I have bliss in my stash. I just don't have any. Like, yeah, it might be best to just buy some drugs. I've lost all my charisma. If I knew this was going to be the case, I would have just brought bliss from home. Yes, I will carry it. Nothing back here, nothing back there. Okay. Yeah. Is it worth 100 Nuyen to me to reload from the save and just kind of roll through here as fast as I can? Where was my previous save at is the problem. Like, the one in Haoi before I start? Sure. Let's just do that. We did nothing at all. Izandai, I'm just going to bring my own drugs. Because I can. I mean, maybe. And also because I'm curious to see what happens if I just do that. I decided no, I did not. I already gave the taser to Duncan. He was the one holding it. Purchasing the drugs did not push the taser out at all. It's like, we have drugs at home. All right. So now, I should be holding Isabel, Ractor, Duncan, confirm, because I'm holding the thing. I am. Hey! Hi, Matt. Thank you for the raid. That's very kind of you. We are hopefully beginning a mission. We're probably not ending it tonight, but we'll see. It's an extraction mission, which means it's generally just going to go completely sideways immediately. But yeah, super cool to see you show up. I have the neural inhibitor. First thing we're going to do is give everybody a substandard Phoenix down. There's my bliss, which I've been holding on to the entire game. We're going to give that to Duncan. We're going to give Isabel. No, we're going to give Ractor more ways to heal himself. Probably Hyper EX is not something you'd want to give to somebody who's you're trying to make relax. And I gave Duncan another gun, because why wouldn't I? I'm a good friend. Have more guns. And maybe that's enough. Yeah, you know what? Always a good idea to just leave medical kits behind. Don't take everything you might actually need. I'm glad we're in agreement. Maybe give... Nah, it's okay. Let's just go with this. Oh yeah, Matt, your dog emotes are super cute. Speaking of super cute, you're super cute. Speaking of super cute, I was unaware of a Pokemon named Furret. And I saw this thing, I'm like, it's impossible. Thank you, Matt. It's a cat but it's like a ferret. It's a tube cat. I'd never heard of this thing before because I don't play Pokemon. And then I saw animations of it, I'm like, oh my goodness, how does such a thing just even be? And it's amazing. I was just like, I can't deal with how great it is. So I had to share it with people. We have already... Let's look at his harsh goods. There they are. Don't need either, but that's cool. I guess I could buy the Sandblaster. It's 200 for this thing, and I could give it to Duncan, and it's like, hey, look at that. It's a, you know, each hit reduces the target's armor by 1. He could have a short-range shotgun. Shotgun. Or I could just look at his basic stock. Hey, Bliss. I happen to have some Bliss in stock. Anyway, we're going to leave that. But yeah, I got really excited about Furret, and then I was like, I have to... I would want one of these. It's super cute. But I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna try to crossbreed a cat and a ferret just to end up with one. Okay, we've done that piece of it, apparently. Yeah, meet with Jiaoji, which is this way, through the night market. Maybe. Can't go over there. I'm gonna go over here. What the shit? No, it just stops. Okay, so I can't go over there. Can go over here. I can go over here. I can't see down there well enough to care. Oh, that was Zack Flash from Dragonfall. Wow. He gets around. Enter Shing House Court. So now I'm going to drop a save, because we're about to begin the next thing to do. Game is saved. Click on thing. Oh yeah. Top floor. And it saved for me. Alright, so... Can't go that way. There's a door there. What's over here? Nothing's over here. I feel like there's gonna be people appearing like on all of these other rooftops to just ruin my day. Oh, hey, look at that. Work safe Gobbet fan art. That is very cute. That life-size ferret plush is amazing. That is a lot of polyfill. When did they sell those? And the rain stops. And the sun sets. And the toilets are over there, just down the hallway. And nobody wants to talk to me, I bet. I walk into this room. Agreed. I think that's laundry. Why is everything just a shithole, right? Like, you all live together in this accumulated whatever. Like, why can't you have some rules about not just leaving all your shit, like, hanging out in the laundry and whatever? It's like, come on, guys, work together on this. You know, the toilets look in reasonably good repair. You managed to make that work. Collect your goddamn laundry. Door panel. Fancy. The boss is in the back. Go on through. I think you'll find there's a door panel. That plush was $650. I cannot hack that system. Those things are impossible to decipher. Are you joking, Martin? Nerpsy! Try delicious Nerpsy. Or Verpsy. Nerps? Just Nerps. That's Nerps! This guy's just watching an ad for Nerps. And now I have a link to Nintendo Soup, to 180 centimeter life-size ferret plush. Discontinued product in Japan. Available, looks like, through... due to the length of this plush, we will fold it in half before packing. We might have to vacuum pack it. Pre-order closing date, March 23rd. It is Pokemon Center Japan. Wow. Well, I was not going to spend that much money. Ever. I do not like things that much. Nerps are what we used to call, was it either turnips or parsnips? One of those two things in my house. I know neeps is like tatties and neeps is like potatoes and turnips, but that wasn't my house. We didn't do that. And I hate turnips, and I am not fond of parsnips either. But apparently, as I learned from Alton Brown, if you julienne your parsnips, like you get one of those julienne peelers, which I own now, one of those people. If you julienne your parsnips and you deep fry the juliennes, you get a really nice crunchy root snack that you can like salt or pepper or like season however you want, that isn't eating potato, so it's not as glycemically bad for you. It's still eating, you know, a root vegetable, which is fairly calorically dense, but apparently it's the GI is different. I'm like, that's kind of cool. Anyway, look at this. The game. The dwarf is the queen of her little hive, a nattering swarm of snitches, stoolies, and spies. Avarice gleams in her eyes. They dart around you, taking in morsels of information so quickly they appear to vibrate. She mumbles little mnemonic rhymes to herself as she tags and labels you all. Jiaozi. Ah yes, the new on-the-scene runner, Beej. She rocks in place, humming a soft reply to herself. My friend in Heoi said you'd be coming to see me. We're here for information about the man with the plastic face. Our mutual friend said you had some. Zazi's eyes widen with the joy of her job, and she hums her little hum. Very timely him to tell. Very timely. I have his complete up-to-the-minute itinerary. Where he'll be, who he'll be with, security coverage, the deluxe package. You must be very good at your job. Yoshi's expression oozes with cunning. You are very kind to say so. Yes, very, very kind. Unfortunately, I don't believe we can transact business today. I received another offer, a better offer, to take it off the market, just before you arrived. From who? Li Tai Lung's client. I believe you know the company. She fumbles with her fingers a bit. I feel really bad about this, but the offer was too good to pass up. Way too good. don't want to work with Josephine Sang. I'm not going to do that. I don't like that. You don't want to work with Josephine Sang. That's the thing, Beej. I do. Attaching myself to her is smart. Very smart. Tsang's big in Hong Kong and getting bigger. She's already on the executive council as a front runner for the next chairperson position. Zazie fumbles with her fingers a bit more. She can't make eye contact with you. And all I need to do is make sure you don't walk out of here alive. Oh, is that how this is going to go? Ah, Ractor has pointed out it's an ambush. That man has a big knife. Of course, there would be no dragon lines in here, would there? Well, if I go here... If I cast this on myself, and then I walk over here, and I put this on the ground, and then I decide I'm going to ruin that person's day, basically just enact control. Maybe even that? No. If he runs through it, Isabel? Takes medium cover. Decides the best start of her day might be to just ruin these people. Should I be tasing Zhaozi, do you think? I don't know. Good start. Now, Duncan, on the other hand, you know what Duncan can do? So I wonder if we send Koshé through there. So Ractor should probably set up behind something that he can be safe with. That's heavy cover. That's really good heavy cover. Do we put Duncan in there instead? No, I think we put Ractor in here. Ractor gets into heavy cover. He then gives his lovely boy some stuff to do. Please move a lot. Duncan, IIRC, can disable Zhaozi, I think. And maybe this is a good place to send him to do that. Sure. Beanbag shot. Fires a beanbag from an underslung launcher, does 2 AP damage and imbalances target, makes him easier to hit. Or he can just straight up subdue, taking them out of the fight. Oh, but it has to be stunned. So we're going to start with that. There is no other subdue thing he can do unless he's got a grenade that can do... yeah, he has a grenade that can take people down. That is not bad. Really feels like I'd almost be better to use it on these guys. Yeah, I don't want you guys to be able to do much of anything if I can help it. We can do this, though. Aww. Well, then here. I poke you. I poke you again. Ah, you have good dodge. Ah. Then more people showed up. Right, so. Might have to do this a little bit out of order. Slow? Everything I have that would do AP damage. I did not layer all this stuff together very well. Oh well. That thug is taking a lot of damage. I feel like Duncan should kind of get out of here. That would be really funny. He cannot subdue because she is not... I feel like he needs to move further along so we can kind of get out of here. What do we want to do with this? Let's see. Ractor grants... Has Koshi undergone any damage at all? No. Good old nerps. Or does he just shoot? Quickness and strength. Cool. Does he just waste these dudes? Because I feel like he needs to go after her. He's the only one that can subdue her. Or do we just do this? Take this guy out. Heavy cover versus heavy cover versus medium cover versus no cover at all. Duncan's got that thing that gets people to just have to leave cover, right? Yeah. We can't use that apparently. He can't use this, which is too bad. This doesn't look like I can target. I cannot target. That is funny though. All right. So, can you make this shot? Yes, you can. You can do it twice. Now, Ractor, on the other hand, what can he do from where he sits? Sure. Koshie's got one left. Duncan's got what he's got. $62, $70. Blue Lantern, eh? Mage, 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 78. Medium cover, 70%. Crit 60%, crit 0. Let's go for this. Sawblade arm. Prick. Jerk. Okay. So. AP damage. Or we just waste this dude. Take out the captain. Do I enclose him in stuff? So, well, no, that would give him cover. Instead, drink acid. Does a body good. Isabel. Post up to here. We have nobody left in this side of the room. Send Isabel over to here. Ractor's probably fine where he is. He probably can't hit anybody from here, I don't think. I don't see the point in trying to move him into an area that's... I mean, getting him somewhere where he's a little closer might help, but... well, let's see. Actually, he can't do the overclock again. Aimed shot. Whoa. Sometimes Ractor makes it. Sometimes he doesn't. Made it. All right. So now it's you. Aha! You're asleep. Perfect. So I'm going to shoot you with a laser. Hold still. Otherwise, this might affect your vision. On fire, you say? Boom. Wow, 33 damage. Do I just move up? Do I just move into the hallway? Sure, fucking why not? Bear totem. Subdue. Search Zhaoji's computer for the itinerary. Added the broker's code. Oh yeah, Jesus, you're right. The barriers would have been good too. I could have just set that up and been like thunk thunk, and she would have like. Aha! Download data. Seems to be the thing to do next. Jazzy left her computer unlocked. She plugs her deck into it and scans the screen. Sees the plastic-faced man's complete itinerary. This will tell us everywhere he's going to be in the next 24 hours. Anything promising? Absolutely. I just need to run some searches on these locations, see if I can get blueprints, photos. She pauses, typing on her deck. First, the bad news. He's got a security detail that drives him from place to place. 6 corporate agents plus the driver. Anytime he's on the move, he's in a reinforced bulletproof limo. He's also got a personal bodyguard that's with him at all times. But there are some windows of opportunity we can take advantage of. When he's going someplace, they drop him off and leave him in the hands of local security, if any. The bodyguard stays behind, but the other 6 guards stay with the driver. The detail itself is shared by a few executives, so there'll be someone else until his next pickup time. The convoys are on a schedule managed by the master system at Tsang HQ. Okay, I've got 3 good leads here. I think we can run extraction on any one of these. Oh, I just get to pick where I'm going to do this. Number 1, the parking garage at Central Plaza. He's there for a meeting in an hour. We can grab him on our way out. Still secured corporate property, so there will be resistance, but it's the weakest out of the corporate properties he visits. Plus side, there won't be any civilians. Access limited. He's listed as a VIP in their system. Weakest. Interesting. Not bad. Enclosed space. Means he can't run. Next lead. Next one's a bit personal. Mr. Plastic has a mistress, visits her twice a week. Today's the day. He'll be at the Fa Yuen Tower building for 2 hours. It's not corporate property, but it is privately owned. The management company has a security contract on it. So luckily, we have a fight on our hands trying to get out of there with him in tow. It'll be less crowded than the parking garage, but the lady might complicate things. And the last one, as Ractor says, but security on a building like the Fa Yuen Tower is still no joke. And then the last location. We have to grab him before he goes home tonight. Once he's home, we're screwed. He's staying at the Tsang Executive Arcology Garden 24/7 by corporate security and 2 blocks from the HKPF HQ. The final location we could grab him is his last stop for the evening. It's a locally owned public SimSense theater, a hole-in-the-wall that specializes in underground horror flicks. He's there for an hour and 45 minutes. His security detail will be all the way across town to pick someone else up. We'll probably have to deal with local police only, but this is a public theater. It's going to be packed with regular people just trying to take in a movie. Any thoughts? Duncan. Garage is my pick. Cars in the garage will provide cover, limited entrances and exits to worry about, reinforcements, a small amount of collateral damage. The Simpsons parlor and the apartment are going to end in blood. Maybe less of our blood, but more someone else's. I don't want that on my head. Okay, you, Isabel? The parking garage. It's a compromise. I think the benefits outweigh the downsides. It will be a straight fight the whole way through. Ractor ever had to do anything like this? Parking garage is a bad idea, unless we have time to procure some C6 explosives to make our own way out when we get cornered. Too much concrete, too many men to die for their masters. I'll go to the SimSense Theater. It's a soft target, best odds of success. Yeah. The dumb thing is, I'm trying to do this, like, we're trying to do this without things getting in our way. The parking garage seems like the fewest amount of people, the best amount of cover. It's probably only going to be people that are involved in this fight. The SimSense Theater would have too many people. Yeah, the parking lot will be hard to leave, right? That's the problem. The SimSense Theater, lots of entrances and exits, but way too many people. Anyone getting caught in the crossfire dies. I don't like that idea, but it would be it could be just the fastest way to get in, zot him, and get out, right? Like, that's, you just show up to the theater, you sit down near him or behind him or whatever, you lean over, neural inhibitor, and then it's like, let's go, and you try to get the hell out of there. Yeah, the apartment is, he goes and visits his mistress. We would have to get in there, private security is going to be guarding him. He might have his bodyguard nearby. I don't know. And then they're all terrible ideas. We're kidnapping somebody. And his mistress could just decide to screw it up for us. I feel like the simplest way to do it is just to go right to the garage. It's very contained. Yes, it's hard to get out, but we can do that. Yeah. The Maricat mentions, the idea if we go to the mistress route, we arrive early and subdue her first, then we wait for him. It's like, true. Yeah, that could work out. As long as we don't use lethal force on her, it seems like it would be, you know, the way to do it. The apartment requires a lot of, like, breaking in and moving around. It does seem interesting. The parking garage does feel like it seems really, really tough. And yeah, we have no idea if breaking into the, like, going to the mistress's apartment actually is going to result in her death. Whatever we end up doing, it'll be the end of the stream for the night. All right. The theater is a fascinating idea because I'm like, I feel confident that we can do it without anyone having to die. But we'd have to be really good. And it's the kind of thing where it's like, I'd want to, you know, it's like you go to the theater, you buy out all the tickets so that he can get in, your crew gets in, and that's it. You guys spread out around the whole thing. Maybe it's not a big, because he watches like old horror movies, right? And it's like, so maybe you just do that. And it's like, can you even do that? Maybe you can't. I mean, maybe it's worth a few thousand million to be like, buy out the whole place. He comes in, you zot him, you know, like. But it's like, the thing is to try to get the answer, right? So yeah, and the thing is like, the problem is whether the game will let you do it. We did not save after the fight. We did not. The parking garage does seem like a very straightforward thing. You just do a fight, you get through it, you get out. The mistress's apartment is, you deal with private security instead, try to get him out of the building. Maybe you have to deal with his security detail while he's there. Ah, the broker code you picked up is a key for loot. Interesting. I don't know who else is going to be in that theater is the issue, right? Like, it being so public, you don't know when we show up. At least if it's the mistress's apartment, it's like, I know what's going to be going on there. He's not going to he's going to be caught off guard, I would think, more than anything else. Yeah, ain't getting security out of the apartment, but your best bet is not having to deal with them. I really like the idea of the apartment thing because it does feel like take your people, go do some decking and whatnot to allow yourself to get to a certain level, crash the apartment as fast as you can, stop them from triggering any sort of alarm, subdue her perhaps, like that kind of thing, and then see if you can't get him out of there, have a fight with somebody, and leave. And I'm like, I could maybe do that. I want something a little more interesting than what just looks like it's going to be a battle. I want something where it's like, I need to be able to catch him off guard completely. And the theater or the apartment are the two ways to do it. The parking garage does not feel like a way to actually run up and zot the dude in time. And because I think the theater is too dangerous, I think the apartment's the way we go. In that case, as Bill taps a few more keys in her deck, I've got the code to the front door here. It's 112798. You'll need to get in. All right. Just walk over top of her. Door panel. I gained some karma from doing a thing. The door slides open. Oh, there's stuff. What's this stuff? Cram. 3 AP and +2 movement for 1 round. No downsides, apparently. That's pretty good. Pick up. A deck? A note, 357 million. An advanced mid kit. I'll take that as well. And sure, give it to... I can't just move shit around, so we're going to send it to the stash. There's nothing else in the room. Anyway, got some loot from that. I feel like the person who was in here was the one who said buzz off. And now they're dead. See what being rude gets you? Hey, the sun came out and brought out all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider went up the side again. So, here's the thing that gets me. I obtained knockout drugs locally, apparently. Why? It didn't knock anybody out. And then that popped up. Okay. Subdue the plastic-faced man with the inhibitor. The plastic-faced man must survive. We're already here. And you can save a game. Oh, we need to KO him first. I see. And that'll do it for Play It Forward, I think, tonight. Because it's 9:44. It is time for me to go home. Thanks for sticking around through the false start. And we will, I believe we will see you tomorrow following Dice Friends. In fact, let's just talk about what's coming up next. I'm just going to first get out of here. We did save, right? It said just saved, I think. It's 9:44, and it's 9:44. So we'll go back, exit to main menu, and quit. And go to the booth. Make sure the audio is not going to ruin me. Let's have a look at what's coming up next here on Loading Ready Run here on twitch.tv. Up next is Dice Friends with a very special guest, guest DM, or GM, Adam Coble, is leading us through a one-shot game of Dungeon World, I believe, which is his creation. I'm looking forward to see how this works out. It's I'm apparently also on the schedule, so that's great too. 8 p.m. Following Dice Friends. They're starting at 4 p.m. our time tomorrow. That's an hour earlier than we normally do. So please stop by for that a little bit earlier. That's because apparently building your character also becomes part of the whole process and the fun of it. This should be really interesting to see. We're really happy to have Adam come up and join us. And yeah, play it forward, and then of course everything just kind of continues on. The Tuesdays as normal with 9 o'clock and whatnot happening for the week. You can find out all that information by going to the our schedules. You'll see stuff get updated. I'm sure that will all be up to James to get up as he's getting it up. I'm not even sure if it's in there yet or not. So let's talk about the people who subbed. Because enough of you did, and you also threw in. I've seen some gift subs show up, definitely, and I've also seen a lot of bits show up too. So, Gville Doctor just subscribed earlier in the stream. Thank you very much, and so did Singenmeister or Singenmeister. You both subscribed. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Glad to have you here. E Block cheered with 114 bits, saying Rhythm Cafe breaks everything. And of course, wasn't their fault, but it's easy to think of why. Sirius Ward 13 just subscribed, and Pawnburn also just subscribed. Man, all these brand new subs at the beginning of the stream. Thank you so much, you guys. Mr. Dayman subscribed for 2 months, saying Beej is the man. Thank you, Mr. Dayman. Welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you here. Sincrine subscribed for 10 months, saying late night sub for more late night games. Thank you very much, Sincrine. Thopter Spy for 39 months. Welcome back. Anime Kitty subscribing for 17 months. Another sub to a channel of lovely people. Thank you so much, Anime Kitty. Prof Falconer subscribing for 15 months. Subscription time. Ho! Arclight Dynamo back for 20 months. You've been here longer than that, Arclight. Hi, Beej. I drove 4,900 kilometers in the last week. There is no punchline. That's just a thing that happened. That is a thing. That is a 4,900 kilometer thing. Sam Wonk subscribing for 36 months. That's 3 years. Congrats, Sam Wonk. Bodacious Nia subscribing for 6 months. Thank you, Nia. Great streams, Beej. Love watching you delve deep into the game. I'm really enjoying getting a chance to play it. And hopefully we'll be getting through it reasonably fast so that I don't suck up all the play it forward slots here. The Maricat with 10 gift subs in the channel at this time was Llewellyn Zed, Arium26, Nexalad, ZTXL, ZTXL maybe? ZTXL, Ildor, Moistcal Tutor, Tiefling Aishling, Lucid Mooselid, Thundershot879, and Zenite Zero, all new subs. Welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here, and thank you so much to the Maricat for those 10 subs. Nevi for 18 months. Welcome back. Animated Disc for 25 months. Welcome back to you too. Marsha Cato, could be Marsha Cato, for 9 months. Welcome. The Maricat with another 10 subs right after Wiggins' raid. I believe actually that previous one, yeah, was not soon. The Maricat's 10 subs, I think, was soon after the James raid, and then Matt Wiggins raiding. And the Maricat dumped another 10 subs into the channel. Saint Mustachio, Black Isis, Shane Dree, A Board Barista, Philos, Digital Dude 2, Abiaz, Sector 88, Seismic Lawns, Blue Phoenix, Wheat, all new subs to the channel. I've seen Sector 88's name before, but it shows up as a new sub as far as this thing is concerned. Phonexian got a gift sub as well. Welcome, Phonexian. Thank you, the Maricat. Ellipses also got a sub. Thank you, the Maricat. Professor Blossom for 26 months, saying holy heckin'. All these subs dropping. James Zenor, gifting 5 subs to the channel. Thank you, James Zenor. Avi Miller, Raptor Wrangler, Darth Ragnar 815, Professor Rakor, and Paper Duplis, all new subs. Museum Girl, subscribing for 33 months. Welcome back. Banrail with 100 bits, saying thanks for the stream, Beej. Thank you, Banrail. And Shadowrunner TV just got a brand new sub as well, thanks to the Maricat. Thank you so much, and welcome to the new people. Thank you, the Maricat. You've been very generous on Play It Forward. You've been very generous on all the Play It Forward streams. I really appreciate you doing that. I am very pleased to have been here continuing the game, and hopefully we will do very quick tomorrow. We will also then have yet one more run of 3 streams. I think should be enough to actually get us through the end, and I will let everybody else know that if we're that close to finishing, then they should get their own play it forwards ready to go, so we can keep this sucker running. Lazy Commander asks about Dice Friends. Will the character creation be part of the VOD? I believe it's part of the entire thing we're broadcasting, so it will be part of the podcast, it will be part of the VOD, is how I understand it working. I don't know much else other than that. Could be that I'm wrong and they might have just already done it all, but I believe we were starting at 4 so that we could do the character creation as part of it, so we'll see. But that is it for me tonight. I am pleased to be able to go home. I have completely lost track of where the mouse cursor is. I found it again. We have a triangle of monitors here, and I can't see very well with light in my eyes like this. So it's been great. You guys take care. We will see you again. Come join us tomorrow for more stuff that's going on. Have a lovely night.